Well, hello and welcome to the Owatonna Today Show, your community connection since 1991. I'm Pete Connor, your show's host on this Wednesday, the 28th of June. The June is coming to a close. We're going to have a couple of great informative segments for you. First up, we're going to have Pam Roberts from the Owatonna Police Department. We'll be talking about, among other things, the annual Community Night to Unite. And then after Pam is over, we'll go off on location to the library garden with Louanne Kaupa. As a reminder, we'd appreciate your input as to what you'd like to see on Owatonna Today. If you know of a person or persons who are in need of some recognition for some things that they're doing in our community, or if you have an event that needs some publicity, why don't you let us know about that by shooting us an email at owatonnatoday@charter.net, or by calling Leanne, our show's producer, at 390-5751. That would be great if you do that. And now we're going to take a quick break for some messages from our sponsors, and then we'll be right back with Pam. So stay with us.
Hi, this is Nick Paler from Turtle Creek Nursery and Landscaping. Come see our wide variety of plants. Proud sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show.
Hi, I'm Betsy Linger from the Owatonna Foundation. Your generosity has made Owatonna a better place to live by benefiting our community, the arts, recreation, and education. Please consider a donation today. The Owatonna Foundation is a proud sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show.
Well, welcome back to the Owatonna Today Show, your community connection, and a big welcome, Owatonna Today Show. Welcome to Pam Roberts from the Owatonna Police Department.
Good morning.
Nice to see you. Yeah, good to have you here. I have to first say, because we'll talk a little bit about your history, but you're the chalk. You were the chalk lady.
I was exactly for many years.
Yeah. Putting chalk on the tires of downtown tires, and watching everybody run out and or scrubbing
exactly,
it off.
And getting to enjoy the great outdoors.
Yes, yeah, right. But that's pretty much history of your export. How long have you been with the PD?
I have been with the PD probably about 10 years now.
All right. And prior to that, city?
Prior to that, I worked for the county.
Oh, county. Okay. In what capacity there?
I worked as a corrections officer there for many years, and then worked up front at the desk.
At the detention center?
At the detention center.
So anyway, at 204 East Pearl, and now your role is administrative?
Yep, so I'm an administrative assistant to the patrol division.
All right.
I report to Captain Eric Rethmeyer.
Okay.
And do just all kinds of different things for the patrol division.
Yeah. Okay. Such as, what are some things that need to be?
Well, I deal a lot with scheduling our community service officers, scheduling the things that they do, scheduling our reserves for community events that are going on. I do all the forfeitures for the police department, and just working, doing general things for the police officers.
Okay. So, you've mentioned a couple of things. We're going to want to spend as much time as we need on the Community Night to Unite, because that's important. But you've talked about some things that you've mentioned, this, reserve program, some other, non-enforcement kinds of things that the police department does. And I think it's fair to highlight some of those things, such as you have a chaplaincy program.
Yep, we have a chaplain program that we have probably about 5 members on. And those chaplains, they come in and they do ride-alongs with our officers, so they get to know the officers and what things that are going on in the community. And then they're there to go out on those calls that are necessary.
Yeah, unfortunate calls typically. Right. I know that there used to be an Explorer program for kids, boys and girls, coming out of the scouting programs. Yep,
so we still have an Explorer program. It's run by Officer Michael and Officer Quinlan. They are promoting that and working with kids. I think that they probably have 6 to 7 explorers in their group right now.
Okay, and what is it that those young people are doing with the Explorer program?
So the explorers are getting to see the ins and outs of police work and seeing what it is all about. And they do all kinds of different things with them, and they get to see what an officer's job is really all about.
Some might be interested in pursuing a law enforcement career, and this would be a good, a foundation for at least understanding what that is. We just got finished with safety camp.
Yep.
And I know that Officer Ulchenbruns is kind of the leader there.
Yep. They did that, and they had great weather for that, and everything was good. Yeah.
And it's hot. It's hot, yeah. Right. And then the reserve program.
Yeah, so we have probably right now about 13 members in our reserve program. The reserves, they do a great job with all the community events, whether that's, parades or special events that are going on within the city. They also do a lot of volunteer time in patrolling the parks and, just getting out there in the neighborhoods.
Yeah, right. Escorting, I know, funerals.
Yep.
That type of thing. Other non-enforcement things that the PD gets involved in might happen. Daycares.
Yes, so we do a lot of presentations at the daycares, and doing some bike safety issues, talking about safe summer issues. We have done some things at the library. So just getting out in the community and talking, to everyone.
Sure. I know I've maybe this is a question be better for a shielded officer, but if someone were interested in a neighborhood, and we have a street that's kind of a thoroughfare, it seems anymore where I live, it seems sometimes the traffic goes pretty quickly. Cars go. How easy is it for someone to come up and do a speed check, that type of a thing?
And we can do that. We can, create an action request, which is, one of those things that we can do, and then they will monitor that area, and be able to get back to the RP, the reporting party, in regards to what things need to be done to resolve it.
Sure. Okay. Well, let's talk about the kind of the big dog of this show at any rate, and that's the community night to unite. Historically, it's been going on now for a number of years, hasn't it?
Yes, it has. But this will be the 9th annual Night to Unite that we've participated in. It is always the first Tuesday in August.
Okay.
So this year it'll be August 1st. And we look forward to, we've normally had anywhere around 40 block parties that are going on throughout the city.
So, and if one wants to do that, what would be the process for a group of people in a neighborhood to want to have a so-called party?
So there's a registration form that they need to fill out and drop off at the law enforcement center. They can pick up that registration form at the law enforcement center, which then they can also get a packet that has information for them as to how to hold their party, invitations so that they can invite the neighborhood. It gives them a lot of tips and what to do. They can go online and print out that registration form, or they can call me at the police department and I can mail them out a form.
What's your phone number? Let's put that out.
It's 507-774-7200.
And if someone wants to do the online form, simple doing a Google Owatonna Police Department, we'll get them to that.
Yep.
Right?
And then they can print it out and they can email it in or drop it off.
I've always wondered, I don't know that we've ever had one up on my street, but we've had plenty of parties, but I don't know that was for this community night to unite. Let's say that part of the street doesn't want to participate in that. How does the logistic, because I know there are barriers that will come up onto intersections. How do we control traffic, in other words?
They can request traffic control cones that they can put out, and we allow them to do that evening. Most parties are held between 5 and 9,
Okay.
and so they can block off that street, you know, so that they can have a safe party.
Okay, so it would be the whole street then that
Yeah.
would be blocked off, and so if someone didn't want to participate, they'd just kind of have to kind of suck it up to say,
It's for a short period of
time. Yeah. What sorts of things happen during the community night to unite? What sorts of activities?
Well, you know, we like to get out to these parties so that people can know what's going on in the community. The officers will talk about things that are going on at the police department. It's a good time for neighborhoods to come together, to get to know each other, talk about those issues that are going on, just like you said, as far as maybe a traffic control because they're speeders, and you know, and they can bring those issues to an officer who's there visiting their party.
You know, living in a neighborhood, sometimes you don't know who you have. You know, I guess I'm considered an elderly person, and we always hear about having people look in on the elderly, you know, and how much time could be saved if that were the case before an emergency were to...
Yep, exactly.
Or, you know, especially during heat times where people might become dehydrated, you know, and become ill in that way.
Well, and you also, as a community or a neighborhood, those suspicious things that could be happening.
Yeah.
And you know, so it's a good thing to know your neighbors, know what's going on in your neighborhood.
Sure.
You know, with issues that have happened with tire slashing, and you know, so you want your neighborhood to be able to report those suspicious activities.
So if you see it, if you see something, say something.
Exactly.
That's a real, it's a neat, it's become universal, hasn't it?
Right.
Statement.
So that's what Night to Unite is about, is, you know, heightening that awareness, you know, in regards to crime, or just, as you're saying, you know, bringing a community together.
Yeah, excellent, excellent. Well, I hope that it's going to be a great night. Weather doesn't matter. You're going to have it.
Yeah, we have it rain or shine. Yep. You know, always more successful when it's shine.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. Yeah, it is. Yeah. Anything else happening? I know. One last thing. The newsletter that comes out every Friday. Are you involved in that?
Yep. Well, it is called Just the Facts,
Yeah.
and anyone can subscribe to it. When we go out for Night to Unite, we do present that as well, telling people that they can sign up for that at our website.
Right. Well, it's a good piece. I look at it every week and kind of find out.
Gives you a lot of information on what's going on.
It really does. Yeah, it's a small and a short piece. Well, we've got a lot of information here today. Thank you for sharing all of it. You know, and best wishes, continued best wishes to you, and hopefully our citizens will participate if they want to for Community Night to Unite, and that they'll have a great opportunity to meet and greet with some of our so-called boys and girls in blue.
Yes.
So thanks, Pam, for being here to help us with that.
You bet.
And thank you for being with us for this segment. We're going to take a few minutes for some commercial messages, and then we'll be back. So do stay with us.
Welcome to Bremer Bank. I am Jason Iberg.
And I'm Shannon Pedersen.
Bremer is a full financial services bank.
We invite you to stop by Bremer Bank and experience the Bremer difference.
You are always welcome at Bremer.
Owatonna Public Utilities, real people, real reliable, real progress. Making life a little easier day after day, taking pride in our community, listening to what you say, a voice you can talk to. We're growing with you in mind in everything we do. Owatonna Public Utilities.
Since 1988, the Owatonna Area Business Development Center has been the part of the success of many area businesses. The center leases office space and manufacturing space and offers on-site business consulting. The Owatonna Area Business Development Center is in business to help your business be a success.
Hi, I'm Jody Voisin with the staff at Fairview Animal Medical Center, your other family doctor. Fairview Animal Medical Center is a proud supporter of the Owatonna Today Show.
Hi, I'm Rick Smith, Golf Course Superintendent of the Brooktree Golf Course. Brooktree is an 18-hole championship golf course featuring well-manicured greens, tees, and fairways. We are open to the public. I challenge you to find a better maintained golf course for the money we charge here at Brooktree. Come on out and play Brooktree, a great golf course.
Welcome back to the Owatonna Today Show, your community connection. And we are out here at the garden that is adjacent to the Owatonna Public Library. And every Wednesday, Louanne Kaupa from Eat Well Nutrition Therapy holds gardening classes or gardening informational sessions for parents and their children.
Guys, the raspberries tend to like shade, so lift up the leaves to try to find them, okay? I see a couple of really ripe ones right there.
I need that one.
How about look under here?
So Louanne introduces the kids to various plants.
They're just starting to turn red.
And right now she has them all over by the raspberries. And I'm sure very few of these children have actually seen
Okay, I'm going to pull this
raspberry
branch
bush.
over here, okay? Anybody see a red one there? Make sure it's good and red. They're the sweetest when they're red.
Kids are invited to try all of the produce that this garden produces.
There's a few more red ones, I think.
You are right. Good
How do
eye.
they taste? Do they taste good?
Grab that.
It smells so good in my...
Yep. When raspberries are the ripest, they tend to just fall right off the bush. I have. You grow yellow raspberries. That's awesome. And do they taste different than the red raspberries? They're sweeter. Did you guys hear that? There you go. There went my scissor. Oh, I see a few more red ones. They're hiding. See them? Who did not get a red raspberry?
What's your raspberry? I need one.
Did you already get one? We're going to give one to those who haven't gotten one yet. Let's see. Colin, you can look.
So hi, Louanne.
Hi, Leanne.
Tell us what you're doing here right now with this wonderful group of children.
So this is garden time at the library. We hold garden time on Wednesday mornings from 9:30 to 10:30 the whole summer long. And once fall happens and we go back to school, we have garden time in the afternoon after school.
Oh, wonderful.
Yes, it is good. That's when most of the vegetables are really coming to fruition, so they get to pick vegetables and take them home. A couple weeks ago, we planted green beans, and they're coming up nicely. If we have time today, we'll plant some other kind of vegetables. We'll see.
Okay.
But we pick what's available during the week for harvest. Before you arrived, Leanne, we picked garlic scapes.
Oh, yay.
Garlic scapes are the bulbs from the garlic plant. That is kind of the flower.
Okay.
And in order for the garlic to really take root and grow, we need to cut those scapes off. And you can use the scapes in a salad, in soups, in sautéed vegetables. They're very, very flavorful.
And I see a number of the children here have paper bags, and that's to take their produce home with them.
Exactly. Every week, what do we do first, guys, when you come to the library? What do you do first? They get a bag, and what do you write on it? Your name or a picture so you know it's your bag. And we send you home with the produce that is in the garden for the week.
Hey.
Right? So what else have you gotten today before Miss Leanne got here? You got garlic scapes. What else did you pick? Rhubarb. What else?
I see some.
Raspberries.
Raspberries. How did the raspberries taste? I see you're still good. Okay.
Awesome. And we picked what else?
Dill.
Yep. And what do you use the dill for?
Eating.
Eating. And what do you eat it in?
salad.
In your salad. Very good.
Ah, so dill is just not for pickles.
Nope, dill is for eating in salads if you want. It kind of spices it up.
Okay. Luanne, how many years have you been doing this?
This is our 4th or 5th year with garden time at the library.
Okay.
After a little bit of hiatus from the garden, but yeah.
Yeah. And who does all the work?
Well, the kids do some of the work, and I'm here and accept any other volunteers that want to help. But we, in the springtime, have some high school students who do some planting.
Okay.
So we have some transplants from some high school students, some corn and tomato plants.
Oh, okay.
We do harvest seeds in the fall. Whoops, we've got
a little bit of competition here with the
We've got
siren.
competition.
Let's wait just a minute.
With that fire truck, could we, guys?
But hey, that was pretty cool to see a fire truck down the street, wasn't it?
Yeah. Usually they come from the other direction.
Yeah, they do. They do. All right. So you said that you were going to do some planting now with the kids?
We will do some planting if you guys want.
Okay, so why don't we relocate and find out what you're planting?
Great, thanks. So, we want to plant the bean seeds about this far apart from that row. So can you walk down in there and dig a little bit of a hole?
Grab a shovel. I can help too.
Awesome.
Right
Do you have a
here.
shovel?
Right here.
That's good. Don't step on the row behind you, though, okay? That's fine. Can you? Yep, you can.
There. I made a little hole.
Okay, so after you make your little hole,
I gotta get a seed.
get a bean seed. Yep.
Can't get one.
You are right, but we'll make it work. Okay. Let's hold that aside.
I think the ants carried it.
You think the ant carried it? Well, ants belong in the garden too, don't they? Once you've planted your seed, can you step out of the way so other children can plant their seed?
I haven't planted my seed.
Okay, you can plant one. What did you say?
I got the big shovel.
Did you?
I'm gonna do some over it.
Are you going to put some dirt over it? Very good. You know exactly what to do. And it's supposed to rain later today, so that's perfect for the seeds, isn't it?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Strawberries.
And we're very lucky because the strawberries are ever bearing and they they grow all season long.
Where are they?
The strawberries, remember? Over there, right. On the eastern edge of the garden. And this is your first time in the garden, isn't it?
Yeah.
And are you having a fun day?
Yeah.
Luanne does such a nice job with
I
these
could
children,
pick up
teaching
some,
them and
holes
having them
too.
be
That
hands-on
would be awesome if
with
you helped dig some
planting.
holes for the seeds. Right.
Plants on the way in.
And I think you really like the tomatoes when they're ready.
Colin likes the tomatoes. That's great.
You did. Well, that's a tomato plant.
I'm getting salad.
It's getting salad fixings. Awesome. The last few weeks we've... Uh-oh, there's more. We've been harvesting salads, lettuces, and greens, and dill the last few weeks. What?
I can even measure it.
You can measure the depth of the earth with your shovel. Very good, because it has numbers on it, right?
Me too.
Yes, isn't that neat?
And I like peas.
You like what?
Peas.
Peas, yes. We're waiting for the peas to come up, aren't we? Good. Okay, so you guys can fill in the holes after you've planted the seeds, and then we'll get somebody to do the staking so we know what's planted in that row.
So Luanne, this has really been a great experience. We've kind of free-flowed this whole show segment, but I think it's been really good. What is the purpose of the garden and why you have kids come once a week?
The purpose of the library garden time is educational. It's also some activities for kids to do in the summertime. This garden has been in existence for almost 10 years total, and it's come and go from purposes, but the last 4 to 5 years we've turned it back into garden time for library parents as well as young children and other children up to age 18. So it's an educational opportunity. It's a way for kids to know where their food comes from, to help garden, and to actually see from seed until fruition of their food.
Right.
And to send them home with the produce.
So that they know that this is how vegetables actually grow. They don't just suddenly appear in the grocery store.
Exactly. And the fruits that we have as well.
Okay, and I've talked to a number of parents now since I've been out here. They thoroughly enjoy this activity with their children, and the kids love taking all the produce home and then eating it for lunch or for supper. That's great.
It's wonderful. And we do this every Wednesday from 9:30 to 10:30.
Okay, every Wednesday during the summer, and then after school starts, it's every Wednesday in the afternoon.
After school, right.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Leanne.
Thank you so much, everyone. It's been fun visiting with you today. And audience, please stay with us. We will be right back after a word from our sponsors. Yay!
Cedar Valley Services, located at the corner of Rose and Grove in Owatonna, provides an array of services for people with disabilities in Steele County. CVS thanks the entire community, especially our business customers, for supporting us in Owatonna for 43 years. Thank you from CVS.
Welcome back to the Owatonna Today Show, your community connection. I'd like to share some community announcements with you at this time. Be our guest, serving the community meals in God's name. Free meals are available each week in Owatonna at the following locations. On Tuesdays, St. Vincent's Table at St. Joseph's Catholic Church at 512 South Elm Street, serving from 5:30 to 7 p.m. On Wednesday, Bethel Community Supper at Bethel Baptist Church, 1611 Hemlock Avenue, serving 5 to 6 p.m. And on Sunday, Meals of Hope at Trinity Lutheran Church, 609 Lincoln Avenue, serving from 5 to 6:15 p.m. The Penny George Institute for Health and Healing at the Owatonna Hospital has expanded its retail services by adding Healing Touch and Wellness Coaching. To learn more about programs and services at Owatonna Hospital's Penny George Institute Outpatient Clinic, visit alinahealth.org or by making a phone call at 52507-977-2828 for an appointment. Movies in the Park upcoming, The Great Outdoors, Friday, July 14th at Brown Park. Rain date on July 15th at Central Park. Movies begin at sunset. Pre-movie activities will begin an hour before movie time. And finally, the last one will be 7th Annual Weekend Out, July 14th through 16th. Check the website for Park and Rec, Owatonna Park and Rec, for more information. Just a ton of things that you can be participating in during that weekend. That'll take care of it for today. We're going to expect that Chris Bussey will come on Friday with an Owatonna City update, as well as a visit to the Pleasant Grove Pizza Farm. Looking forward to hearing about that one. So anyway, we'll look forward to having you back on Friday. Thanks for being with us today. Have a good couple of days.